Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
We don't need intimidator on a guard. No, it doesn't work. No, it's too big, man.
Ready, 95, 56. 3, Mike. Better bring it.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. It'll go as a loss of a yard
I
on the
put
game's
3 on
first
Clamps,
play.
3
Second
on
down. It's
interceptor,
probably a pretty good sign here on the
kickoff.
opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Breeze. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Check. Half. Come on, now. Watch the safety crew go.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, I was, whoa. The deal was 797.
Give him a yard down to 43.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They complete it to Hill. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
2 sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. On 1st down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Breeze to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Murray. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's spot it right in midfield at the 50. From midfield, here's Breeze. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Elliott. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Mike, 47. Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Check 3. Check 3. Alert, flare. Alert. Alert, alert, alert. Pass. What's that?
Play action. Now it's Allen. Going for the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Breeze, complete. Smith has it. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
Well, he obviously read man coverage there, partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you
think.
mean by that, Burko?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 45. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Elliott. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Elliott. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Trying to lay one up deep. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
Brett Maher on for the field goal. A 56-yard attempt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. We're scoreless after 1. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. And they come up here now, first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, ball's out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On play action, it's Breeze. Well, the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Allen. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 22 yards there, a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Elliott. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Allen. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
To the air, Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it up. Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Breeze. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull it.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 58 yards. As his guys are
ain't got
first
nothing
on
to
the
trade.
scoreboard here
I'm
this
gonna play wrong
afternoon.
contract.
The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. It almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight
It's
film or
7-0,
two.
but he's
We'll
barely
be watching
scored.
that one later on today.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down.
I gotta go. I gotta score before this half.
23-yard line.
Oh no.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Breeze going to throw. He's got Smith here. And they move this all the way down to the 9. He got 29 yards that time. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game.
And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back.
Earlier I had probably 3,000.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. On play action. Now Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one.
And then I already had the fucking touchdown, and my left tackle
really
was
negative,
holding.
but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
0-2.
Breeze now on third and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
at their own 23-yard line.
1-2.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Right in front of my defender.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Allen to throw it. Open man is born. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, you tighten up.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Flushed out right. It's caught. Smith. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
10 seconds ago, man.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. A trip to the NFC title game hanging away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They go to Elliott again. And some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 33 and a first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Breeze now. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is taken at the 18. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and that'll bring up second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. He gets this into the hands of Kirkwood. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 25 yards that time. Throwing now is Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
We ain't giving up nothing. Sammy!
Now Breeze again. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They start on the ground with Elliott. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A very solid gain of 27. One man in the backfield, Elliott. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season, got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play. And now here is another interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now Elliott. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
On second down, it's Elliott. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
Mike, 50. Drop deep, drop deep.
Here's Allen. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen as a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Now a desperate, and my goodness, another interception. Xavier Woods with a pick, and this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Well, on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is, because there's so much hard work, effort. You mentioned the hope to go on and maybe play in the big game itself. Well, let's see how they handle it, though. The offseason is going to be a long one for them because it's going to eat their heart out watching other people continue to play. But can they come back the next year and find it in them to make that same run again and maybe find a way to advance?
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.